a true diva, which is divinely inspired and very anointed. And I said to myself, now this woman shows me that I can still be a God gift to man, to serve my God, and still represent being a woman, which a jazzy, sexy woman. And it's okay, because God gives us all what we have. Am I right? Amen. So now this woman right here, she served in the military. She did her time. And then when she came out, she started a black woman business. She started Amari, which is an information management resources. And she has singly started this business as a black woman here in Orange County, which is something in itself, and also in California. She's a mother, she's a wonderful wife, but she did one extra step. She became an ordained pastor. And I tell you, Reverend Martha Daniels. I give you, as a phenomenal woman that the NCNW has recognized in Orange County, California, Reverend Martha Daniels.
First of all, I'll give honor to God because that is who controls my life. I thank you for the opportunity. I thank you for the honor. It is wonderful when I think about the history of black women in general, as we go back through the generations, as well as the history of this fabulous organization. We have some leaders. That was Mary McLeod Bethune and Dorothy Height, which I had an opportunity personally to meet her at the National Conference in Washington, D.C. some years ago. But one of the things I like to say is that when we think about black women, when we think about the history from where we have come, and I go back just thinking in my own family, I look back, my daughter wrote in her essay when she was accepted in the University of Chicago Law School. And what she wrote was that when she was 10 years old, her grandmother took her back to Mississippi, where she was born, on a sharecropper's farm. And when she stood there on this sharecropper's farm, looking at where her grandmother had been raised, knowing the life that her grandmother had, which is my mother, who had been a maid, who was illiterate, who had not had education, but who had managed in her years to go back and get her high school diploma before she was 75, by the time she was 75 years old. Determined. And that's my daughter said in her essay. She stood on the hills holding her grandmother's hand, and when she wrote in her essay, she said, and she realized her mother, who was a product of her grandmother, who was given the opportunity of the floors that my mother swept, the houses that my mother cleaned, the humiliation that my mother experienced. I was given the opportunity to go back and finish my master's and my bachelor's and my master's degree and start a business in technology. And when she stood on the hills and said in her essay, she said, "Grandmama, it is going to be something when I finish law school for one of the top law schools in the United States of America. I'm going to come back down here with you, and I'm going to stand on these hills and say, look how far we have come." And so as I tell you that, it is all about the history. It's all about the examples that we set. It's all about the people who built the foundation for us. It could not have happened without the women who endured so much in their advocacies for women. I celebrate this year my 20th year of being in business. 20 years. And we are a multi-million-dollar corporation. We are nationally and international. And that is only because of the many, many women who struggled and carried the dreams that I now share and lead. So I encourage us continuously to be the example for our young ladies so that they can too look back and say, look how far we come. I thank you very much.
that when I met this woman, and I realized what she was doing, I said, it was heavy on my mind. Not just a day, a whole month, and month after that. And I said, how many? And I mean, when I think about this woman, it brought me, I almost choke up because I think a lot of us would not have walked with the shoes that she did. First off, let me just say, this woman had 2 children who were sick. And she did not sit down and say, woe is me. She said, no. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to make this aware. She pushed and she strived. And I know that there's times that she just wanted to sit down and cry and say, Lord, I need your strength. And you know what he did? He gave her not only strength, but he gave her a gift. He gave her a gift to start something and give something back to the community. Even through the times that she felt her heart was aching. I'm not going to tell you too much because I want her to tell you her story herself. But I want to tell you that this woman to me is phenomenal. This woman is Star Simple.
Thank you. As she said, many a times I did want to give up. I really did. And according to the Word of God, he says in the back of 2 that he gives us a vision and we're to write it down, and it shall not tarry. And so that vision at the time, I didn't know what was the vision. You know, some of us have to mature and we go through a process. And I just want to say, first of all, without my family, I wouldn't be here. We all know that God is the head of my life. He is before anyone, anything, period. He is the headship of my life, and my husband and my children. And we have gone through a lot, but I also know to whom much is given, much is required. And it's not about what you go through or what you do and when you fall to the ground, but it's about when you get up, what do you do with it? And I refuse to fall and stay down. And so with that, I feel like it's not about me, it's not about my family, it is about all of us making a difference. You see, because we can have all the accolades and all those wonderful things, but it's only us sitting there in the midst of it. Why not take everybody with you? So with that being said, we created the Sickle Cell Foundation, and it's not about feeling pity, it's about giving to others. And our motto is to live by design, not by diagnosis. So regardless of what is given to you, whether it be a disease, whether it be an adversity, we know that God does not bring on sickness or disease, but he will allow situations and circumstances to arise in your life so that he may get the glory. And to him, whom I give all the glory to. So it's not about me anymore. It is about the people. And so with those trials and tribulations that have gone on in my family, I feel that we are the ones that are carrying the torch. But we have everyone, we're all walking together. And it's a journey that each one of us has been given. And so that is what we are about. That is what our mission, each one of us have an assignment here. And that is my assignment. And so I thank God for this award, not because of the award, but because of people like you who are in this room. I feel that we have an opportunity again today to make a difference. You know, we can either sit back and sit in a seat and applaud, or we can sit back and say, when I leave here today, how am I going to make a difference for tomorrow for the other people? And so we have to look at that, because sometimes we forget, we get so caught up in what we're doing, and we forget about the people that when we're put in a position, we're put there for a reason. That leadership is there for a reason. And so we can either use it or we can sit on that gift. And so now all of us, wonderful people in this room, each one of us has gifts and talents. So let's move forward to help. That's what we're about. And in my life, I feel that I have been truly, truly blessed just to even be in the presence of a lot of you wonderful women here, because we all set examples for the next people. As she was saying, I have a daughter, I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I want to be able to be a great example for her, that it's not all about you, it's about everyone else around you, and then together we all can make a difference. So I am asking you to continue to support us, you know, whether there's sickle cell or leukemia, but support us, because we are making a difference here in the community. A lot of you probably haven't even heard about my foundation. I've been here for 7 years in Orange County, and I can tell you, most of you I don't even know, so I know you probably haven't heard about us. So I'm hoping when you leave here today that you will go on to our website, you will see what we're doing, and you will see how you can be a part of helping making a difference with us. So we all got these leadership roles. Let's put them all together and let's all make a difference unitedly and collectively and change the way that people see us. Instead of being individually, let's be collectively this huge, bright light.
All right.
You know, let us do that for the community, because we have a beautiful community here. We really can make a difference if we all pull together and make a difference. But I want to thank you. I want to thank all of you for being here today to even just say I want to be a part of it, to acknowledge these women. And I thank you. I thank you because you are an example of what a great leader is. And I am watching you. I am learning, and trust me, I am. But let us continue to make a difference. I did want to say that I have, since I've been here for 7 years, one of my greatest sponsors, you know, some of you don't have the opportunity to sow into my foundation because you did not know about it. And one of the things we do with the Sickle Cell Foundation for Orange County, I have 2 children, with it a 9-year-old and a 23-year-old. Now my son, actually, they just did a documentary on him, which will be airing on TV next month. He actually had a sickle cell crisis, and you probably read about it in the newspaper, where he went into cardiac arrest, not 4 minutes, but 14 minutes. He had over 45 units of blood transferred. They said he would never walk again, all of these things. Well, God is a witness. He's sitting back there at that table. That is all about. The reason I say that is not to be braggadocious, it's to brag about my God, because He is an awesome God. Because we took the eyes off our situation, and that was only 4 months ago when my son was in a coma for 20 days, and he had all of that blood. And so because we took the eyes off us, and we are helping other people, that He would take care of us. So if He can do it for me, He can do it for everyone else, no matter who you are. So again, let's come together, put all our resources together, and really make a difference. Let's do that, because we're all wonderful people, and we're all, you know, in it for the same cause, which is to make a difference. At the end of the day, our footprints are a reflection of who we are. What does yours say about you? Did you just walk around, or did you step on some good ground? Let's see. Let's see. So thank you all. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.